What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Playing another top 59 hole course in the world. This is actually number 2 on the list now, so we've only got this course and one more after this. Next one is, of course, the number 1 according to, I think, golf.com, whatever that list was. But for today, we are playing Whitinsville Golf Club or Golf Course GC. I'm not sure which one that was, but in Whitinsville, Massachusetts. Highly rated 9-hole course like all the other ones. 3 tee box options on this one, so like always, we always just play the furthest back. That's probably going to mean it's going to be some longer holes, a little more challenging. So usually with the limited tee box, we try to be somewhere around even par. We're going to keep that goal and see if we can do it. Garmin Approach R10 like always, Country Club Elite mat, my DIY stance mat over here, 10x7 nets. I think there's what, 4 or 5 over there now at this point. Home tee here that you're seeing on screen, and going with the Callaway Super Soft balls with the metallic dots. On the last video I just did, which was Culver Academics, I was using 5,200 feet on the altitude. This time I felt like there was a few of them, especially the longer irons. There was a few 4-irons that I felt were kind of long, and a few other iron shots that I caught a little heavy, and the distances were a little long from in my opinion, what I think they should be. So I lowered it 1 more 100 feet. So now we're playing at 5,100 feet of altitude and still sticking with the 65% humidity and 85 degrees. So we'll give it a go. Hopefully that's a nice happy medium. Hopefully I don't find that the wedges come up too short, and hopefully the all the other irons, the mid irons and the long irons and driver, are all within the ballpark. But we're gonna get started. First hole, we have a par 5, 539 yards. Looking at a dogleg left. We're going to aim up here. Don't think we're going to hit it 284, but it's down 3 yards, so it's going to add 3 yards to wherever we hit this, and hopefully we get off to a good start here. Personally, I think, 1, this flannel is kind of warm, but 2, I think the bigger thing is these Callaway balls are a higher quality ball, so I think I'm getting a little more pop off the club, a little more compression because of the softer outer coating, especially with this cold weather. So I think that's adding to the distance. So I think that was the biggest difference I've seen between, this is the second course I've played today using these balls versus the 2 I did yesterday, which I was using the Nitro Pulsar balls, which are a lower quality ball. But of course, still kind of a guessing game. Not too bad. That's going to overcook left. That was low on the club face and off the heel. Definitely not going to be super far. I didn't smash that. 264. And I'm thinking too, I don't think you can adjust the altitude by 100 feet each time. I can't imagine that a couple 100 feet either way is going to make a huge difference, but if I can, like I said, get the most accurate readings I can back here, now using the metallic dots, so there's still a little bit of a guessing game and experimentation that needs to be done to where I feel that I'm getting the most accurate readings possible. But second shot, we got 300 yards left. Doesn't look like there's anything up there like water, so I'm going to give the 3 hybrid a rip, and we'll see. Again, pretty cold out here today. It's about 30 degrees. Can't expect my clubs to be going the same distance as when it was 80, 90, 100 degrees out here and humid, but usually I expect this club anywhere from 250 is 260 if I really hit one good, 270 for the 3 hybrid, and then I go down to like the 240 range for the 4 hybrid. So we'll see what happens here if we get a decent strike on it. That was heavy. It's gonna be straight, but I caught the mat first on that. That's definitely not gonna be 250, or at least it shouldn't be. 246. Huh. Probably still a little long. It was straight, but 55 yards, up 4, so we're looking at 59. I think I'm gonna give the 52 degree a go. Let's give it a little extra mustard on my regular 50-yard shot that I usually hit with this. Popped it up. That might be a tad short. We'll see. Yep. +3, man. All right, bogey to start it off, unfortunately. Second hole, we've got a par 3, 142 down 1, so we're looking at 141. That's kind of right in between strong pitching wedge, soft 9. I think I'm gonna go soft 9. I have noticed before when I felt like I popped him up, and generally I still kind of have an abnormally high ball flight. I've been working on lowering it, if you guys have seen, with my forward shaft lean, etc., opening up, flaring my foot out a little bit, playing it further back in my stance. But I felt like before, without the metallic dots, that the R10 would punish me for the higher ball flight. It would come up shorter, and it does seem like with these metallic dots, even when I pop one up a little bit, I'm getting a little more distance out of them. I think that's probably because it's getting a little more accurate read of the spin rates instead of estimating it. It's actually calculating it. So although the launch angle is high, I think most likely, in my opinion, what I can guess is when I hit them kind of high and I feel like I pop them up, my spin rate is actually probably a little bit lower than what the Garmin thinks it is, so that's probably leading to a little bit more distance on those. But see if we can hit a decent 9 iron here. That one was, again, a little bit higher than I would have liked, but... And there we go, kind of what I was talking about. Usually I think when I hit those previously over the past few weeks before using these metallic strips or dots, whatever you want to call them, that one would probably come up an extra 5 or 10 yards shorter than what that one was, so... Might even have to decrease the elevation even, or the altitude. Altitude, elevation, same thing, maybe even a little bit more. But we're only going to know that by continuing to play, so bear with me if some of these shots maybe aren't as accurate as they could be, but we'll get there eventually. We're 1 over now through 2. Third hole, we get a par 4, 346. Gonna aim that right side, try to draw one back into the fairway, hopefully make some decent contact. And just to beat a dead horse, like I've said in the past, it would be nice. I do like the fact that Garmin, they came out with that update to where we can adjust the settings. I do like that, and I would prefer that, but obviously it would be ultimately the best if, to my knowledge, people either don't do it or it's not even an option with the higher end units because they're just so accurate. It would be nice if Garmin finally figures it out to where everything is just baseline numbers are all super accurate, but that would remove a lot of the doubt and the guessing of how accurate the readings actually are. Hit the tee first on that. That thing cracked. That made a funny sound. That's going to be way right. And we aimed right too, so that might be in the trees, or most likely is in the trees. Yep. High on the club face. Sprayed it right. Not very good on that one. But looks like we have a look at it. We got 131 up 9, plus we're in the rough, so we're at 140, and then we'll add another 14 yards on that, so we're at 154. Gonna go 9 iron. And I have been thinking, although it is a lot colder out here, the nice thing about the playing the simulator back here is you can kind of keep moving, you keep swinging, keeping the body warm, versus you're out on course and you're walking in having the wind chew you up as you're walking in between shots, I am able to keep a little bit warmer here, and I think although I get fatigued quicker, the back stays warmer, the body stays warmer, and the swing speed probably stays a little bit higher. Oh, that was really thin. That was thin and left. That might be off the back of the green. Or short. See, now that one I felt like, that one should have been way longer than that. That one had it at 124, unless I did my math wrong there. That one was pretty thin, and that was a much lower launch. Obviously the carry's not going to be as far on that, but that one I would feel like, that one should have been longer and off the back of the green versus the other ones that I hit, and I feel like sometimes I pop them up and I get a little bit longer of a distance than I'm actually deserving of, so I don't know. Fourth hole, we're still one over. Down 22 yards on this one, so this is going to be nice. Hopefully we hit a good drive and take advantage of that. So 262, that's actually, if I hit one right there, that's going to play, and that's going to give us 284. And obviously with all these adjustments and settings, have no aspirations to be a pro or anything even close to that. I'm just going to try and get to as close to scratch as I can. So even if the yardages aren't, if I never even get them that accurate and they're still just within the ballpark range, definitely better than nothing. This allows me to come out here and practice and get swings in. So even if I need to adjust some of my club selection just a little bit when I get out on course, it kind of is what it is. Oh, that was really low on the club face and really far left and really low. Last time I hit the tee first and broke it. That time the tee didn't even come out of the ground. Alright, we got this side of the tree to worry about. 91 yards, down one, so we're at 90. Plus we'll call it another 10 yards because we're in the rough, so we're right at 100. I'm going to go choke down pitching wedge, see if we can dial in a 100-yard shot here. Popped it up a little more than I would have liked, but we'll see. That should be relatively close, I would think. Nope, that one came up short. Alright, gave up a stroke there. 19 yards left, 10%, we'll call it another 2 yards. We're looking at 21. I'm going to go 60 degree. And considering we got to talk about something, I guess these metallic dots are still new in the settings. I still am in the camp and a believer of the different setups make a big difference of where you need the settings, the weather settings to be. So some people just off the bat, I think it has to do with unit to unit too, some of the accuracy, but I'm a pretty firm believer of where you're located in the country or the world. Whatever your actual elevation or altitude is from where like you actually are, like here in real life, I'm actually pretty close to sea level, so I'm a pretty firm believer that I need to adjust my altitude a lot more than someone that's at a much higher altitude off the bat. And then obviously everything else, sometimes I think the mulch, maybe the bricks, etc. play into that equation and factor in. Same thing if you're indoors, some of those people are going to get more accurate readings or less accurate readings depending on your particular indoor setup. So I don't think it's a one size fits all kind of thing with the weather settings. That's going to be left. All right, fifth hole, par 4. This one looks pretty straight. Need a good drive here. Get back on that decent driver swing train. And that was not it. That was popped up to the right. Horrendous. 217-yard drive. All right, we got 199 left. Down one, so we're at 198. Plus we're in the rough, so 10%. We'll call it 20 yards. So need about 220. Gonna go 5 hybrid. Now it's possible too. It's possible I'm just way off of my yardages, but I don't think that's the case considering this is my 5th year playing. Based on all the experience I've had on course, I'm kind of going based on that. I haven't had a whole lot of experience using higher end launch monitors, unfortunately. Plus, that's kind of different too. You kind of get into, I think I've only used 2. You get into that indoor swing syndrome where you're not exactly comfortable swinging as freely as you would something I used to, or something out here where if I shank one or whatever, there's not as much repercussions of breaking expensive equipment at someone else's place or anything. So I could be way off, but I don't think I'm super far off. But I guess that is still a possibility. Well, it wasn't terrible. Caught it a tad heavy. I had to put a bow on that point. If I'm way off on these yards, it's only going to hurt me in the long run when I actually get on course. And it didn't pick it up. So, what I mean by that is, if I think I hit this 5 hybrid when I hit a good 220, 230, and realistically, if I play that back here and I have the settings to where they reflects that, if on course I'm 10, 20 yards, maybe either shorter or longer than that, it's only going to hurt me in the long run when I'm trying to figure out the yardages on course and I'm bombing it over greens or coming up way short. That was hit cleaner, but that was further right. Still not super quick. I can feel my swing speed slowing down. That fatigue starting to creep in. Ooh, 149. I don't know what happened there. We must have caught that tree. That was right. I don't know if that was that far right. I don't know. Either way. 60 yards up 2. We're at 62. Plus we'll call it another 7 yards for the rough. So 69. Nice. I'm going to go choke down pitching wedge instead of the 52. See if we can figure out one of these choke down touch shots. Oh, that was so thin and left. That might be off the back of the green. Hopefully that's gonna hit and roll. Hopefully it slows down when it hits. Probably generous there. We're on the green. I don't know if we deserve that, but that was a pretty poor strike. Another bogey. Wheels are coming off. I have noticed that my quality of strike and my scoring goes pretty quickly downhill out here in the cold weather compared to the warmer. So I can't play as much as I would in the past few months. I can probably only do 1 or 2 courses out here now before some of the poorer swings really start creeping in more and more frequently. 6th hole par 4, we're 3 over. We'll aim there, see what happens. It's gonna be pretty far left. Not a good strike again. Gets demoralizing when shot after shot, no matter what club I hit, there's just poor strike after poor strike. All right, 248 on that one. We're in the rough. We've got 155 left, up one, so we're at 156, and then 10%, we'll call it 16 yards, so 166, 172-ish. I'm gonna go 8 iron. See if we can stick this green. That was actually a decent strike. That's gonna fade, but hopefully that catches the green on the right side. I didn't smash it, so that might be just short right. Yep. All right, 14 yards, no shortages. Gonna go 60 degree. And to be clear, if I was out here trying to just jack up all my yardages to make it look like I hit further than I would be going up on altitude, not down. Lately with these metallic dots, I've been decreasing it, so with the colder weather, if that was my intentions, I'd be up over 6,000 to compensate for the colder weather. That was left. It's gonna be on the green, but left. I'll probably be backside of the green on the left. Yep. Another bogey. This is getting bad. Need at least 1 or 2 birds here to finish this off. 7th hole, par 3. Now we're 4 over. We got 182. Gonna go 7 iron. Tad thin. It's definitely left. Hopefully it catches left side of the green. I don't know if it will. All right, 8th hole, par 4. 268. We're gonna go right side of this green. Let's see if I can actually step on one a little bit here and get it there. It'd be nice if I can pick up a couple strokes here if I drive this green. Definitely less likely today between the colder weather and the state of my swing, but there's still a chance I actually connect on one and get it there. It has a chance. I didn't clobber it, but that should be relatively straight. That's gonna draw back to the left. Ooh, relatively straight. We had the distance, just didn't draw enough. We'll take that though. 21 yards, down 1, so we're at 20. 10%, we'll call it another 2 or 3, so 22, 23 yards, something like that. Gonna go 60 degree. That was thin again. Poor strike. Can't hit a wedge to save my life right now. Can't hit much right now, actually. Alright, just the backside, luckily. R10 picked that one up pretty good. Ninth hole, here we go, par 4. See if we can finish out this 9 holes with a decent score here. We're 4 over. A bunch of water on this one, I don't love that, but we're gonna aim right about there. Definitely need to draw one. If we slice one, there's a chance that water comes into play. And honestly, I'm probably a little more concerned than I really should be about the settings and what I'm using, but it's not like I have people chirping me every single video of telling me that my settings are way higher than they should be. I'm just trying to have the R10 be as accurate as I can. That was a better strike. All right, 170 left, up 2, but we're in the rough, so we're at 172, plus we'll call it another 18, because we're in the rough, so 182, 190. I'm gonna go 6 iron, see if we can stick this green and get out of here. Caught that heavy. Hopefully that catches the front left side of the green. Nope. 23 yards left. What do we have for the slope? Up 1, so we need 24. I'm gonna go 60 degree. Popped that up more than I would have liked, but that was at least better contact. Definitely think that went further than 13 yards, but it is what it is. All right. I think I'm going to call it a day after that. Save the #1 top 59 hole course in the world according to golf.com for another day when I'm fresh out here. Hopefully put up a good score. But for this course, and we were playing Whitinsville Golf Club or golf course in Whitinsville, Massachusetts. We ended up, golf club I guess it is, we ended up with a 5 over 40. Definitely not great. Only 1 out of 7 fairways, driver wasn't great. 5 out of 9 greens of regulation somehow, we'll take that, and then 19 putts. Just over 2 putts per hole, not great. Everything was honestly more bogeys than pars, and we had no birds, so not the best. But it is what it is. Still experimenting with my swing, still experimenting with different balls, with these metallic dots, and still trying to get a feel for what I'm capable of back here with the colder weather. I have played in the past. Obviously this is the first year I've had this simulator. I kind of taper off playing outside on real courses in the years past with the colder weather, just because it's not as enjoyable. But so that being said, I don't have as much confidence in as big of a testing data and a baseline of what some of these clubs should be doing with this colder weather, so we're kind of experimenting with that as well. But this was the #2 top 59 hole course in the world. Again, we have 1 more left. I guess I'll save that announcement and what that course is. You can go look up that list, but I'm going to save that for another day when I'm fresh. Hopefully, again, come out here with a better swing and put up a better score than I would be if I went and played that right now. But like always, let me know in the comments if you'd like to see me play a course of your choosing, maybe your local municipal course or just a world famous course. Give me the name of the course and the location in the comments, and I'll respond to you. But that's all I have today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys at the next course.